What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we are going to be going back and talking about Black Ops 3, specifically DLC 5. What is DLC 5, you ask? Well, it's this idea that's been flying around the Call of Duty community in the past couple months about a new DLC coming out in Black Ops 3 that's going to be specifically only zombies maps that are going to be remastered and put into Black Ops 3. So recently, in the past week or so, this has been supported by recent information that's come out about Black Ops 3, about new zombies maps, about voice actors in those zombie maps, and we're going to talk about all of that today. However, with all this information, I actually don't think there's going to be a DLC 5. I do, however, think there's going to be some form of remastered zombies maps eventually that come out. I just simply don't think it will be called DLC 5 for one reason and one reason alone. And that reason is money. So let me explain. So as you guys know, on this channel, I mainly focus on multiplayer, and every once in a while we throw some zombies gameplay in there. Now, the thing is, with this, I don't often know much about zombies Easter eggs or things like that, but I do know the way Call of Duty works, their marketing strategies, and all of that kind of stuff. The thing with DLC 5 is there's no way it would be included in the Season Pass, because if you go back and read the description of the Season Pass, what it says is includes 4 DLC packs. There's already been 4 DLC packs released, so if they released a 5th one, there would be a majority of the audience that would be pissed that they're not getting DLC 5 for free, no matter what is in it. Whether it's all remastered maps, whether it's all zombies maps, no matter what it is, people are going to be upset that they're not getting it for free. Therefore, to put out DLC 5 is going to turn off half of the audience. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, why don't they just release it for the Season Pass holders and it be free for them? Well, the reason for that is because they weren't originally planning on making 5 DLCs. I don't think they were originally planning on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 having the longevity that it actually did. If you didn't know, the player base for Black Ops 3 is still going really strong, and I don't think they expected that after a new Call of Duty game got released. So in seeing this, they saw an opportunity to make money. You gotta remember, Treyarch and Activision are companies. They want to make money. Yet if they release this DLC 5, people are going to be pissed that it's not included in the Season Pass. So the question is, how do they get around this? So up until this point, I didn't believe that DLC 5 was going to be a thing. The reason why I say that is exactly what we just talked about. Money, how it would turn off part of their audience. They didn't want to make people who bought a Season Pass pay for more DLC, until this week happened. And something happened this week that perfectly explains how they're going to charge people for the zombies maps, but not make it DLC. And what is that? What is that exact thing? And what exactly happened this week that kind of supports that? So the first thing that happened is some voice actors came forward. So there's a couple voice actors. I know one of them was a Spanish voice actor that came forward and spoke to a Spanish Call of Duty YouTuber and basically said, yes, I've been working on some stuff with Black Ops 3 with Treyarch, remastering some voiceovers for my character. I mean, he said that, but he said it in Spanish, so I can't speak Spanish, so I'm kind of paraphrasing, that's my point. The one thing we do have to be careful with this whole voice actor thing, though, is Treyarch is now working on their next Call of Duty game, whether that be Black Ops 4 or whatever it is. They're working on their next Call of Duty game. This voice actor that's been used before for Black Ops 3 zombies and older zombies could just be being used for Black Ops 4 and not necessarily a Black Ops 3 DLC. Who knows? These remastered maps could not be coming out until Black Ops 4. Only time will tell. So there is that to keep in mind, and I do somewhat believe that. But then this big thing happened. The big thing that happened is a Spanish Call of Duty YouTuber went into a Mexican retailer that sold video games, and he found this little card thing that you see here, and it's basically an authentication tag for a game that Activision is working on, or DLC, whatever you want to call it. And basically what this card said, this is translated from Spanish, so the English on this is a little bit broken, but just bear with me for a second. It says, "It is a full suite which brings the original contents of Black Ops 3 and the content of Zombies Chronicles," which is apparently the name of DLC 5. Includes 8 classic maps of Treyarch zombies remastered, and all of the maps include the Gobblegum function. So what exactly does this mean? What this means to me is that they're not calling this a DLC 5 like they called the other DLCs. They're calling it Zombies Chronicles. And this makes sense because by not labeling it DLC 5, it means it's not going to be included in the season pack. And from the sounds of this card, it sounds like they're going to market it by selling Black Ops 3 with Zombies Chronicles like a Game of the Year edition. Something they do with Skyrim, something they do with Fallout, with many, many games that release multiple DLCs. DLCs, they end up selling it as a Game of the Year edition, which includes all the DLC, the main game, and everything like that. It sounds like this is how they're trying to market Zombies Chronicles. That being said, since it's not a DLC 5, it will not be included in a season pass, if this is actually true. And that is a big thing, because you got to remember, everything we're talking about today is 100% speculation. No questions about that. Now, there is one other thing that happened, and it was an Amazon leak, something that happens almost every single time a Call of Duty game gets leaked. So for some reason, I can't find any screenshots of it. I had one, but I don't know where the hell it went. But basically what it was a link on Amazon to the sale of Zombies Chronicles. You could pre-order it, and it said that the release date was, I believe, June 27th, 2017. Now, the thing with this is kind of hard to confirm, because it is really easy to create fake ads on Amazon. And what I mean by that is any mom and pop shop or anyone who owns their own distribution anything can go and put ads on Amazon and make up release dates, make up things, and it's just a matter of time before Amazon realizes it's fake and takes it down. Is it possible that that's the release date? Yeah, and that's actually what I want to talk about for the rest of the video, is that if this is real, when will it actually come out? But first, before we get into that, I actually have a question for you guys. The question I have for you guys today is, how much would you pay for 8 remastered Zombies maps where Gobblegum's included, remastered visuals, remastered sound? How much would you pay for that? I'm curious. Would you pay $15? Would you pay $60? Would you pay $1,000? Let me know down in the comment section below. Overall, I'm just curious what you guys have to say. So in the rest of this video, the question that I want to explore is, if this is real, when will it come out? And it's not an easy question to answer because of a couple of things. So as of right now, all of this hype is going on revolving around Call of Duty World War II. As we know, the world reveal is this Wednesday. So there will not be any new announcements of zombie DLC for Black Ops 3 around the same time that they're trying to hype World War II. Why? They don't want to take any of the hype away from World War II, right? They're both Activision games. They wouldn't do that. It's just a bad decision. And also, I've seen the comments out there with people saying, well, maybe this will be a pre-order bonus for Call of Duty World War II. I very highly doubt that, because Call of Duty World War II is made by Sledgehammer and Black Ops 3 is made by Treyarch, two completely different companies. I just don't think that would happen. So when would it be a good time for Call of Duty or Treyarch to actually announce and release the Zombies DLC? When would it happen? And if I was the marketing team, if it was up to me, this is what would happen. It would be announced about 2 to 3 weeks after E3. The reason why I say that is because at E3 every single year, they have the original gameplay of some sort of single-player mission for the next Call of Duty game. So this year, it's going to be Call of Duty World War II. So after that, 2 to 3 weeks after, they could announce that they're making a new Zombies DLC and kind of show us it, and then release it 1 to 2 months later. My guess would be late July for when it would be released. The reason why I say that is it doesn't interfere with not only Call of Duty World War II, because nothing really happens throughout the summer for the next Call of Duty game. Generally speaking, it's the end of summer, maybe early September, where we get some multiplayer gameplay. So it wouldn't interfere with that at all, but also it wouldn't interfere with Destiny 2. The reason why that's important is because it's another Activision games. And the way they kind of market their stuff, they don't want to disrupt any of their other games with hype for another game. So that would be one thing that makes sense to me. Late June for an announcement, late July for a release date. And then the only other time where I could see that working is next spring, because generally speaking, from November to January and February, that's when they really hype the most recent Call of Duty game. So that would be Call of Duty World War II. After that, they could release more Black Ops 3 content, but at that point, they're going to be getting ready to hype the next Treyarch game. So I don't really see that happening. So the only time that really makes sense to me is this summer, yet it seems too soon, because the way the voice actor was talking, he said he was just working on voiceovers this month, and it seems too quick for them to actually get out and finish the DLC. But who the hell knows? This is all speculation. I just wanted to bring up the conversation with all the recent news we got about DLC 5 or Zombie Chronicles, whatever you want to call it. But let me know what you think down in the comments. How much would you pay for it? Do you think it's real? What do you think about what I said in the video? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got lots of Call of Duty World War II content coming throughout the rest of the week, with the world reveal happening on Wednesday. So like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, it would be fantastic if you could hit that like button. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out.